61 Drunkest Acts of the New Year, according to Reddit. Number 61. I don't know, I wasn't that drunk, but when they started playing Somewhere Over the Rainbow on the TV feed, I started to cry. A bunch. It was played at my buddy's funeral 5 years ago, and it was a very sudden reminder about all the people who didn't make it to the new year that should have, and it made me miss him and the future he should have had. Nothing like death to start off a list. Buckle up. Number 60. Shook up an open bottle of champagne and sprayed the ceiling, the TV, and the host's girlfriend. Party fell apart shortly after. Today this guy fucked up. Number 59. I vomited so hard that I've damaged a load of blood vessels in my face. Also, the punch bag at the back of my mouth is swollen from the vomit, so it feels like I have something stuck in my throat. I think I was probably the drunkest person at our party. Good Lord, man. Whatever to, wash away those troubles temporarily. Swollen uvula from drinking. You guys have a problem. Number 58. He kept praising the invention of balloons. Well, I guess when you're drunk, balloons are a marvel. You know? Was he Bill Clinton? Oh boy. Number 57. Him. Can I use the food garage? Me, the what? Him. Oh, the oven. Food garage. I want to make a case for the fridge being more of a garage for food than the oven would be. You know? I just remember Metalocalypse calling a grocery store a food library. Foods library, and I couldn't get enough of it. Number 56. Oh, this one's longer. On our way home after the party, we got pulled over by a cop for taking too wide of a turn. It was raining pretty hard, and our DD wasn't super familiar with the area. Oh, DD must mean designated driver. Context clues, Kyle. You use them and apply them. This is when the drunk asshole laying across the back seat starts panicking and screaming, saying he knows we are getting pulled over because he wasn't wearing a seatbelt. Long story short, the cops didn't appreciate it when they can tell someone's freaking out in the back of the car they're walking up to. Luckily, he was a cool guy, ended up giving our designated driver a sobriety check and sending us on our way. We apologize for the actions of drunk people, but it was pretty late and the cop just seemed glad we had a sober designated driver. But I don't recommend reaching out through another person's window to try to grab at a cop, even if you're just trying to get out a drunken apology. Drunk people, man. Here we go. Number 55. Went with a friend to his coworker's party. By the time the party was settling down, his supervisor's girlfriend was all over him. And I mean like sitting on his lap trying to get him to dance, kissing him on the cheek on her way out, etc. Meanwhile, the supervisor was right there, kinda drunk, fairly embarrassed. She kept looking over to her boyfriend and saying things like, "It's okay if I dance with him, right? You don't care, right? See, he doesn't care." I felt so bad watching the whole thing unravel in front of my very own eyes. Fucking sluts. Somebody said very good possibility they went home and fucked like rabbits. That's a textbook cuck fetish. Oh my fucking god. Anyway, man, this is just gonna get scary as we get to the top. I can't do this. Number 54. I was the designated driver, and my friend had to puke. So we pulled over, and he threw up in the street/sidewalk. It's a small town, and we were parked for probably 5 to 10 minutes. I was looking for cops because I wasn't sure of the legality of him throwing up in the street, regarding littering or whatever. Small town cops in Delaware can be sort of dickish. He was finishing up when a cop rolled by. He drove past us and didn't stop, but he turned around and drove past us again. He went down the street and around the corner, so I assumed we were safe. I drove down the street, and shortly after, the cop rolls up and pulls us over. I'm sober, so I'm not too worried, but when he walks up to the car, he has a bottle of water in his hand, and he asks, "Hey, do you guys need this?" Looking at my friend slumped over in the back seat, we all laugh and thank him, and he lets us go on our way. I know he was doing his due diligence, making sure I wasn't drunk, but he was cool as shit about the whole thing. Somebody says that's an officer actually doing public work. Yeah, no. Where do they do that at? Because they sure as hell don't do it in Florida, baby. Get on the ground. What's that? Is that a weapon? Take this bottle of water. Is that a weapon? No, you just gave me this bottle of water. Number 53. He swapped clothes with his girlfriend. Well, like they both switched? And stripped on the living room table for fake $100 bills from the game Monopoly the sober people were playing. Well, I guess that's pretty drunk, brah. You know, how drunk is it? Drunk enough to strip your girlfriend's clothes off for fake Monopoly money. Number 52, it was me. I was alone and not drunk, but high. I decided the stink bugs flying around my house needed a rest area, so I tricked out a 5-gallon aquarium with fish tank gravel and decorations I still have around from a now dead fish, and put in pieces of fresh fruit and put them all in there to hang out. They all immediately gravitated to the fruit. Happy New Year, stink bugs. Wow. Well, you know, I'm not. No words. Okay, how about that? No words. I don't know where this list is going, but let's try and get through it as fast as we can for a change. 51. I found my friend hiding a statue of a mermaid in the top of a toilet. His reason, it needed to be back in the ocean. Well, there you go. Number 50. My loudest and most obnoxious friend was walking around shirtless, trying to pick up women, while sporting a generous amount of Chiz Whiz on his nips. Edit, Cheese Whiz. Chiz Whiz. Chiz Whiz. Chiz Whiz. Chiz Whiz. Wait a minute. Chiz Whiz. Let me go ahead and edit something. Chiz Whiz. There you go. Chiz Whiz. Chiz Whiz. Number 49. Chiz Whiz. My aunt got high and passed out on the living room floor. Was it like intentional? Damn. Somebody said, you sound like my niece in 20 years. Number 48. This lady was much drunker than everyone thought, and no one realized until around 12:10 a.m. when her husband tried to get her to leave, and she grabbed him by the throat and pushed him down some stairs. He got up, dusted himself off, and calmly walked out the front door. She attempted to sober up in the dining room while someone downloaded Uber to her phone so she could get home. I felt bad for the guy, but secretly I was so happy to see he said F this and bounced completely. I don't know if I'd married a bitch. No, not because, you know. I mean, like, I don't know if I'd leave someone I married somewhere on New Year's. And somebody else is saying that, you know, this may be the breaking point, that something like this has happened before. I don't know, man. Number 47. Me and my friend made in addition to 10 jars of Everclear concoctions, spiked gummy worms. Okay. At one point, someone had tongs to take out the worms from jars and fed it to one of the girls at the party. He said he felt like a mama bird. In my drunken wisdom, I decided I wanted a mama bird too, and proceeded to flap my arms like a bird and squawk, and was rewarded with a delicious worm. Cue about 10 people then squawking and flapping their arms in unison as we were being fed spiked gummy worms by a drunk man with tongs. What a time to be alive. This is a fun list. Number 46. Had a small get-together with friends. We were all getting stoned and playing the new VR I got for Christmas. What a bad idea. Okay? This is an expensive piece of equipment that I don't own, but if I did, you best believe I wouldn't be letting drunk motherfuckers near it, or family members, or anybody. Fuck you. Get away from my shit. One friend is playing, and out of nowhere, he starts falling. Once he hits the ground, he just lays there and says, "So this is how it ends." Ha 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 ha. Somebody said, "You let drunk people play with your new VR headset? You brave soul." And somebody else said, he said they were stoned, not drunk. Is that better? Okay, yeah, let's continue here. Number 45. A guy kept feeding the bathtub fire until the TV 10 feet away melted. Bathtub fire. It's a cast iron bathtub that cracked, and when they replaced it, instead of taking it to the dump, which is about 30 minutes away, they put it on some cinder blocks and put pallets in to feed the fire. The fire gets very large and very hot. They set up a table with a TV on it for New Year's stuff on TV. Okay, you know, whatever. Y'all living a wild life, boy. Type of people that go into the woods and, you know, have yourselves a fun time too. Number 44. I went cheering with the police and firemen just after 12 when they were putting out lit fires. That's really cool. Those fires were so lit. Oh, guys. Number 43. ER nurse here. Guy came in complaining of scrotal pain. Stated he was at home in his living room, high on coke and quite drunk, sitting on a bicycle, when he slipped and caught the marble purse on the sharp metal. Caught his marble purse on sharp metal. He felt wetness and, assuming it was blood, wrapped his manhood in toilet paper and ran to the ER. He got back to my room and finally found the courage to check the damage himself. Noticed it was just urine and he had peed his pants. He ran straight back out into the night without another word. Happy New Year, Central Ohio. Well, that's a victory, okay? If you fuck some, if you do some shit, if you pull something off, excuse me, God. Long story short, if you think you're bleeding and it's actually piss, that's a victory, okay? Because if it's so wet and you're honestly so scared that all of that could be blood, it's a victory, man. Number 42. It was all quiet that night. You could almost hear a pin drop. Some might call our party a bore. However, we enjoy the company of fellow aristocrats. We sat still, quietly sipping our whiskeys and staring intently into the burning fireplace, lost in thought by the sound of crackling wood. Just then, the grandfather clock chimed 12. The witching hour. From the distant corners of carpeted floors and wooden furniture, we could hear faint fireworks and the screaming of proletariat. At that instant, my buddy George arose from his seat and announced almost in a whisper, "Happy New Year, fellow brethren." The lot of us were astounded by his outburst. However, we all kept our cool and nodded patronizingly and tipped our whiskey glass in his direction. I guess that silly drunk little nitwit won't be joining us next year. Good Lord. The burning wood crackles. Number 41. I think I was the drunkest person at the party. And I kissed my ex. Ugh. Oh my god. You bitch. Anyway, I have a friend who will get drunk and then start texting all of his past exes, and then he'll delete the messages and wake up with a bunch of angry texts in his inbox. It's a problem. If I delete them, they never happen. Number 40. He started taking selfies on his selfie stick mounted GoPro inside a fridge at 7-Eleven. You all. Why is there that much space in that fridge? Well, that's probably why he was jumping in there. Because look at all the space in there. If there was that much space in what looks like some manner of like Japanese 7-Eleven, I'd jump in there too. That's where I wanted to be for New Year's. Japan. Fuck all this shit. They're living a life better than anybody over here upvoting this corny ass comment. So, yeah, in all of our faces. 39. Grandpa got very racist towards my black cat. How racist? How racist? Elaborate. My grandma names all his black pets Blackie. Blackie. Oh, Lord. Number 38. He threw up, but he caught it, ran outside, throws up the rest. He goes to the bathroom and washes up and comes back and sits down next to me with a beer. He threw up again about 30 minutes later and rallied again. He also ran out with a sheet tied around his neck yelling, "I am a motherfucking superhero." Well, there you go. You know? Liquor before beer in the clear. Beer before liquor. Throw up quicker. A guy sat down in the corner in tears because he didn't want 2013 to end. This is 37, you know? Yeah, and obviously the joke is that 2016 is ending, not 2013. It's funny. Was your friend Internet Explorer by any chance? Hilarious. You know, in time, it'll be the end of 2016, guys. I mean, 17. That's where we are now. Wow. It'll be the end of 2017. Just you wait. Number 36. Friend's friend passed out on the couch, still wearing his ski gear. Lets out a huge fart, waking himself up. He turns to look at his ass, simply asking, "What?" while looking confused. I think your friend might also be my dog. Number 35. I fucking love Kids Bop, as Fetty Wap was playing on the speakers. Oh shit. Kids Bop. That's that shit. That's that Kids Bop. I really can't stand songs that are on the radio already. Like some of that formulaic ass mainstream garbage is just so samey and typical. And the only thing that you ever figure could make it worse is a bunch of kids singing this bullshit, and then they come in, you know, here they go. Oh my god, just a choir of kids. Fuck me. Number 34. So I spent New Year's Eve at my girlfriend's place. For a little bit of background, her family mostly speaks Spanish. I, on the other hand, speak next to no Spanish. Anyways, at midnight, everyone starts hugging each other, and one of her uncles comes over to me and speaks in very broken and slurred English, that he doesn't know me and I don't know him, but that's going to change, that he can see that I make my girlfriend happy and that makes him happy, that he respects me a lot for spending 8 hours with people when I don't understand at all what they're saying, that I'm a part of his family. Probably not the type of comment you all were looking for, but it was incredibly touching to me, and it probably was a little drunk of a comment, and that's really, really sweet. That's super sweet. I like this comment. You know, I'd love to have just been a fly on the wall when he was doing all that, and I'd get all teary-eyed and be like, oh my god, it's true, I don't understand any of you fucking people. Number 33. Playing Hotline Bling on repeat and kept toasting everyone so she can have an excuse to drink. The most drunk person was me. Oh, She did that? You were that chick. Wow. No, not you were that. You were that chick. You were that chick. Wow. I don't need no headline bling. I just want to drink some bling. Ever since I left 2016. Sorry, number 13. The host got belligerently drunk, forgot who he'd shook hands with, talked to, and spent the rest of the night making rounds shaking everyone's hand at least half a dozen times before he passed out. That is brilliant. Hello? Hey. Oh, okay. Thank you for coming. Hello? I like this one. I like it. You think it's going to get good? Maybe it'll get better. You call that belligerent? It's a competition. Well, he was belligerently friendly. Must be Canadian. Sorry for bothering you with my good hosting. Number 31. Well, I told some girl that was talking to me about Hearthstone. Good luck with her streaming career. What? Well, I told some girl that was talking to me about Hearthstone, good luck with her streaming career. I don't get it. Maybe I need to know more about Hearthstone. Girls don't need luck with streaming, they have titties. Number 30. I work in casino and this randomly drunk lady poked me in the butthole last night as I walked by. Kinda made me uncomfortable. Kinda? That's what somebody responds. Yep, I figured. We should just play a game where we guess the Reddit response. 5 more minutes of this and I'm gonna get mad. That's a Rick and Morty reference, guys. For that ass. We need to get through this a little bit faster. 29. My friend told me he will donate my car to Cars for Kids if I vomit. That's drunk. Number 28. My girlfriend started puking in between outbursts says, at least this is all good wine. It doesn't taste so bad coming up. The most optimistic woman in the world. Someone marry that lady. Number 27. She called her husband a sad, fat dragon. He's really not sad or a dragon. Oh, gosh. Number 26. Someone asked me the time, and without checking my phone just guessed at the time, got surprisingly close, and then said, I may be fucked up right now, but I'm in tune with the chronoverse. Okay. Number 25. Clapping to the beat of a song. A drunk man from Holland comes up to me and says, I have great powerful claps, and we should clap our hands together in form of a high five. Oh my God. Oh my God. Can I say this without getting in trouble or like people knowing? Your claps are of the highest caliber, fellow human. Perhaps you would like to engage in a cooperative extension of the activity. I am capable of providing a completely non-synthetic hand. Oh my God. It just reminds me of Rolf from Ed, Edd n Eddy a little bit. It's a great comment. I mean, this is a great man. I want to meet the man behind the comment. The man who is the subject of the comment. Number 24. This weird guy showed up and refused to touch or be touched by anyone, handshakes or anything. Then he got really drunk and someone caught him shitting in a flower pot. His name was Grant and he claimed to have been an F-16 stunt pilot for various films. But another guy at the party knows him and says he's a plumber. He shit in a potted plant though. So did y'all kick him out and then establish, so who's this Grant guy? You know what I mean? Plumber couldn't be asked to use toilet, shits in pot. Couldn't be asked. Couldn't be asked. Number 23, man. Get me the fuck out of this list. She passed out 3 times and hit her head on the concrete floor. She then gets up and proceeds to projectile vomit on everyone in the bathroom line. I'm telling them I'm sorry and will buy them a drink. My boyfriend grabs her Hulk style over his shoulder and carries her out of the bar and waits outside in the rain with her to make sure she gets an Uber home safely. Don't worry, the night got better. It was only 10:30. Boyfriend gave her his coat. She lost her jacket. The jacket had my keys in it. So he proceeded to climb 3 stories of balcony to get into my apartment. I'm gonna marry this man. Oh. That's a man. At any rate, number 22, my friend was hosting a party and got pretty tipsy. As the night wore on, he changed his shirt 9 times. 9 times? You got 9 other shirts to wear. Okay, he's hosting the party, whatever. And took 3 showers, attempted to drink water, and spilled it all over himself. Well, he's just a fucking klutz like Stripes. When tried to take another shot, someone stopped him because he was pretty far gone. When I left, he was laying on the floor soaked in water with his headphones on, not plugged into anything. Well, damn, this homie got drunk. I think we have very different definitions of the word tipsy. Yeah, you damn right. This guy taking that drinking to the next level. I will ascend this form. Number 21. We had a guy who kept walking up to large groups, pulling up his front-facing camera and yelling, "What's up, Snapchat?" Everyone crowded into frame and cheered. He doesn't have a Snapchat. That's good stuff. That's good stuff. This should be the new prank. You know what I mean? Trying to get people to, Snapchat and then you're just taking a video. This isn't Snapchat. That it isn't, my good man. I tip my hat to you, sir. And then you run off. Number 20. My friend started belting out the theme tune to an old British kids show called Poddington Peas. Then he started crying and said, "When I was a kid, there was an episode about a fucking pea who was too fat to get out of his house. All of the other peas tried to help him, but they couldn't get him out. I remember identifying with that pea. That pea was me." He cheered up once we got him a kebab, fat ass. Somebody said, I bet that show gave him PTSD. Let's continue. Number 19. A really drunk guy from the giant bowl of noodle salad took a giant bowl of noodle salad and started trying to feed everyone with it. He would walk up to people and put a spoon in their mouth. It was pretty hilarious. He also tried selling his scarf because he owed some guy money, so he would just casually ask everyone if they wanted to buy his scarf. Somebody else says, "Hey, have some noodle salad. Good, isn't it? So you want to buy the scarf?" This guy knows how to make a sale, you know what I mean? Number 18. My best friend went over to the keg to get some beer. He pumped the keg and proceeded to spray beer all over his phone, which he thought was a cup. I was so stunned I didn't say anything for like 10 seconds. And when I did, he looked at me like I was stupid and then looked back at his phone and threw it across the room. He had to confirm the kill, says somebody. Somebody else, the original guy says, surprisingly enough, his phone was fine. Well, y'all got waterproof phones and shit, maybe. Maybe I got durable phones, okay? I'm fucking around with this iPhone 5, and this thing is on its last legs, let me tell you, bro. Sometimes it has nightmares, you know what I mean? Like, it'll vibrate and shit, and I look at it and there's nothing going on. You know what I mean? It'll light up, and I'm like, what's happening? It's like, I don't know. Nothing's happening. Number 17. Not a party, but I saw a guy peeing in the middle of a busy road, flipping off the cars driving by. It was only about 9 p.m. at that time. Oh yeah, that's only Super Saiyan 1. You know what I'm talking about? It's not even Super Saiyan for him yet. He's just KO Ken. Wait until the end of the night, after he does the fusion with somebody, with another person that's adequately drunk to form drunk man. Number 16. The brother of the party hoster came to the party with us. So after some brandy shots, he told us that his shoes are fireproof up to 1600 Celsius. And of course, no one believed him. So he stepped in the campfire and stood in there for 10 minutes. They were indeed fireproof. What a badass. So who is the drunk person in this story? Somebody said, what about his pants? Somebody says a guy with fireproof shoes is definitely rocking cargo pants. Oh, cargo shorts. Hilarious. Number 15. I was the most drunk person at my party because I was the only one drinking and my wife and kids were in bed. I started drunk texting people at midnight. I told around a dozen of my friends that I loved them over text. I was just being honest, but I'm a little bit embarrassed about it. Well, nobody texted me to tell me that they love them, so you know I'm doing it right, baby. Doing it right. Everybody will be dancing when you're doing it right. Sorry. Response to this reads, this is the most wholesome thing in this thread. No, it's not. The one that I upvoted about the Spanish people is wholesome. Feliz Navidad. Number 14. Stop telling me what to do. I have never died before. A friend who got kicked out of 2 clubs and wanted to keep drinking and partying. It's true, man. He's never died before. So why would he die now when he's never died before? Number 13. Was on a beach and this guy couldn't find anywhere to hide his bag, so he just tossed it into the ocean and yelled, "Those fuckers can't steal my beer now." Well, the ocean has your beer now. The ocean. I raise a glass to you, ocean. You know, I'm sorry you gotta live on the same planet as these corny ass humans. We'll deal with them shortly. Number 12. Someone ran through a closed door. Where's the video? That's a motherfucking sorcerer. How do you get through it, you know? Or maybe just a person who tries hard and believes in himself. Number 11. My very drunk grandma yelled Happy New Year so loud at my dog he peed himself and cried. Dogs are hilarious. Dogs are hilarious. Dogs are hilarious. Why are you yelling? It's pretty good. Number 10. There were a few singles at my New Year's Eve party. They were joking about just all kissing each other when my buddy offers to kiss all of them. When asked how he's going to accomplish it, he manages to slur out the words, "Midnight is a whole minute, and I'm a slut." Your buddy sounds fun. Midnight is a whole minute. I think I might have been that person. I woke up this morning and saw a photo of people stacking boxes on my head. It was impressive how tall it was, and that I didn't wake up as a result. Look at that Arizona iced tea in there. Some bullshit. This one's pretty impressive how they stacked a bottle on top of the bottle, you know. What's that? What is this? It says Volcano Classic. What is that, guys? What is that? Is that some kind of heater? Let's see what the Volcano Classic is, guys. Volcano Classic. The Volcano Classic is some manner of vaporizer. I'm not interested. Drunk. Yeah, I must have Googled drunk, because I intended to name this video Drunkest Acts, which is so stupid. But what am I gonna write? Most drunk? I believe I am the most drunk. Number 8, man. Drunk buddy tried to shoot a firework, holding it in his mouth. He tightened it too hard, and the firework never flew and exploded right on top of him. He ended up with a face completely black from the powder and some small burns on his face. 2 policemen were next to us when this happened. They told him it was the most stupid things that they had seen this year. And yes, we were still in 2016. A boom shakalaka. So it was like a cartoon scene where there's black smoke all over his face. Hilarious. Number 7, I yelled Merry Christmas instead of Happy New Year. That's a good one. Somebody said this one is my favorite. Innocent and hilarious. In flies poem for your sprog to let people know this is what he does, okay? The year is done, the winter's come. It's time for something new. Your hands are cold, your toes are numb, but summer waits for you. The season made for change is here, the flowers bloom in spring. And where it's warm, the birds appear with newer songs to sing. the fleeting rain that fall and pour, the skies in shades of gray, and all the clouds that came before are slowly swept away. The past has passed at last, and yet we move ahead and find we make it through and don't forget the year we leave behind. The soft and sweet, the sad, the strange, the why and way they came, the things we lose, the things that change, the things that stay the same. So lift a glass or raise a cup to change the chance to try. 'Cause late last night I done fucked up and now I want to die. Merry Christmas. What does that poem even have to do with all of this? Come on now. He was just waiting to crack this shit out and chose what he thought would be the top comment. I wonder if there was another top comment that he was like, alright, I gotta write another one. Number 6, we asked our friend how drunk he was, and he responded twice. Oh damn, he wins, baby. Number 5, a guy I'd never met named Tony kept asking all the female partygoers if they knew what his name was spelled backwards. Then he would slur, why not? My wife thought it was funny and creepy at the same time. Why not? You know what Tony backwards is, girl? Rah, rah. That's pretty good. Okay, look, let's get through this list. Come on, there's 4 of these left. Number 4, I live in Texas and have a friend who moved here from Scotland a few years ago. Ever since she moved here, she consistently has faked an American accent to fit in. Last night she got so drunk she forgot about her American accent and started calling everyone dirty sluts in the thickest Scottish accent for an hour or so. I would so be all over her. Are you kidding me? I think like a lot of English and Scottish accents are just like so vulgar sounding, and I love them. I hate it. I hate that about myself. But it's true. I remember this one girl used to say like, don't I? Like, it's like, don't I? But and like whatever accent she had, it used to trip me out so hard. Number 3, shut up, Gail. Chizwiz. Number 3, Chizwiz. Number 3, he fell down and spilled a can of Dr. Pepper all over the floor where he fell. He dropped his phone on the floor and said, oh no, my phone is in Dr. Pepper. Then looked around and exclaimed, oh no, I'm in Dr. Pepper. We're off to see the pepper. Number 2, a friend of mine was extremely drunk and saw this guy walking his dog. My friend started petting the dog, and when the owner asked him to stop, he started petting the man instead. You can't pet a man. You can't pet a man. Number 1, we've made it. Coming home from the party last night, we stopped for pizza. The super drunk guy in front of us told us he paid for our pizza. He made a big deal out of it. Oh. But then fumbled the machine and almost forgot his card and dropped his pizza box on the floor. We asked the cashier if he had actually paid for our pizza. She double checked and said he didn't even pay for his own pizza. We paid for his pizza. Wow. At least someone paid for somebody's pizza. A nice act of kindness to start off the new year. Random acts of pizza. Somebody else said, oh my God, I had this kind of happen to me 2 years ago, but it was pizza by the slice, and the guy dropped his slice onto my back. I had a blacklist dress, so it literally stuck to my back. He apologized profusely and offered to buy me a slice or something. I declined, and he just ran out. The cashier said he didn't even pay for his slice that he dropped on me. I paid for it in exchange for the cashier wiping my back for me. Got this pizza all over my back. Doesn't anybody want to wipe my back for me? What are you doing? Okay, look, I'll end the I will end the list. What else needs to be made? Any other lists that are big right now? Let's see. Former depressed teen cutters of Reddit. I have to read it, but I'm far too tired right now. So guys, look out for this list, because why not? Oh wait, what hobby doesn't require massive amount of time or money, but is a lot of fun? That's a good one too. Can do that one. Can do the cutters one. I was not trying to laugh at that cutters thing. If you're a teenager who watches my channel and you cut, find another fucking outlet, homie. Cutting isn't, a lot of the kids who cut, unfortunately, don't do it for the right reasons. They cutting because it's something to show off, you know what I mean? You're seeking a little bit of attention for that cutting. I'm not saying that that's you specifically, but hey man, 9 out of 9 statistically of the motherfuckers cutting themselves are doing it because I have problems, see? If you've ever taken picture of your cuts, then you're the problem, homie. You know what I mean? The people who are really cutting as an outlet do that shit to feel something because they're numb and they're supposed to be dead on the inside. They're depressed and they don't feel things, and what they're going through is something that makes them feel like they're not living, they're existing. So if you've ever taken a picture of your cuts, dude, you are the problem. Trust me. So yeah, I mean, in this situation, if you are that person, oh my God, are you worth laughing at? Love you all, and in the interest of making you grow, find outlets that are not going to hurt you. You know what I mean? This goes for drinking as well. I mean, a social environment, y'all celebrating a new year, great, have a drink. I'm not judging you, but don't drink to try to escape from your problems. Don't have that be your go-to outlet. Don't let it be your crutch. Don't let it fuck yourself up, man. All right? Our bodies are masterpieces on the inside, and we can't take too much punishment. So don't punish that liver, baby. Ooh, just drink a little bit, smoke a little bit of that crack. I'm kidding. Not crack. Crack's whack. Do some coke. Don't do coke. What am I talking about? End this list. This list is over. What am I supposed to say? Oh man. You think I'll ever turn into one of those guys that's just like, guys, like my video and subscribe if you're not from here or something? Who's sitting through like an hour's worth of my content and not subscribed? Even though I think this video is probably only like 42 minutes, probably 40 seconds at this point, because I am in tune with the chronoverse. What a psychopath. I'll see you guys later. Chiz whiz. Chiz whiz to us all.